What is going on? Give me 1 minute, guys. Let you guys get into this real quick. How is everyone doing? I know it's been a while since I've done a live with you guys, so I decided today to do a live. Trying to see what I'm going to dispatch for tomorrow. Everything looks good. Pork King, what's going on, Pork King? Bates, what's going on, Bates? Can't pronounce your name. American Girl, what's in bikes? Freight locators. Locator. How's everyone doing on their freight? J Basur, what's going on, J Basur? Yeah, it's been a while. Believe me, I've been wanting to check in with everybody, but I just been stuck. I've been stuck trying to get freight for my guys. And it's been a mission. Gallegos, what's going on, Gallegos? It has been a mission trying to get these guys, but right now I think we're all on survival mode, which I mean, we have to survive this wave of ugliness. That's what I call it, because it is ugly right now. Ugly. By the way, I'm gonna drop my email. Gmail.com. I've had some few emails on what's going on as far as the freight and stuff. Just to let you guys know, I don't have an answer for you guys. Everybody's up and down with their answer when it comes to freight. Uh, Specialists, analysts, people that work with numbers and all that stuff. They are predicting till February of next year that this market is going to get better. Uh, Someone that's maybe 5 times bigger than us is not even 5 times bigger, well, way bigger than that. Uh, he's got like 30 something trucks. You know, he predicts that December is going to be the worst month for us. Uh, how true that is, I can't really say, because I'm doing the same thing you guys are. I'm looking at load boards. I'm listening to analysts, these number crunchers. I'm trying to get as much information from everybody and their mothers, because it's rough. It is tough. Uh, there's people right now that are saying, don't take cheap freight. Uh, and I agree with them. I agree with them. But, the way the market is and the way brokers are taking advantage of carriers, some of these guys don't have a choice. I've heard guys that are working for Amazon right now, Amazon Relay, and they are dropping their rates. Well, they're not dropping their rates. What they're doing is adding extra stops to their routes for the same rate, which is, you know, that's how they're taking advantage of us, by doing stuff like that. I know a few dudes that are working that just been living off of Amazon Relay, and I can't do Amazon Relay. The way they micromanage. Uh, a driver, it is way too much for me. I can't have my guys go through that stuff. It's ridiculous. And some people swear by it, which is cool. I understand. It is cool, but not for me. It just does not work for me. Uh some of these guys have a rating of A, uh but I really don't care about that rate, that grade, whatever it is, because Amazon Relay is just they are too much. Then you call in with an issue, and somebody that don't even speak English answers, and uh, they hang up on you, or they'll put you on hold because you called in. They'll put you on hold, and the conversation wasn't to their liking, so you're on hold for 45 minutes to an hour you know because I straight tell them, every time any broker or I'm having a lot of these dispatch companies call me right now, and I can't understand them. And I tell them, if I can't understand you, what makes you think my drivers are going to understand you? So I don't even bother with them. But that's Amazon Relay for you. It's hard to get somebody that can understand what you are saying, or that you can understand what they are saying. So that is one of my main reasons that I don't mess with Amazon Relay. But like I said, I know a couple of dudes that they've been living off of Amazon Relay. You know, uh, they have their ups and downs. They'll have a good week. Where they're taking home 3,000, 4,000, uh, and they're just doing little runs. But I don't think anybody has the luxury right now of saying no to cheap freight. Even though there's a lot of people out there, preaching, don't take cheap freight, don't take cheap freight. It comes down to we are pretty much at the mercy of these brokers right now, because they don't want to give us more money. And if some of these guys don't take that freight, guess what? They're going to go out of business. My understanding, last month, close to, I believe, 220 people shut their authorities down. And that's just on paper. I could imagine the people that are just parking their truck and saying, screw this, I'm just going to wait for the market to come back up. So I could imagine. But this is what's happening. Uh, Brokers are not giving up more money. So they are making owner operators shut down because they have no choice. And some of these owner operators are just putting their equipment out of service, right? And they don't have to pay their insurance or none of that. They're sitting there, and they're doing other things. Some guys are going back into trucking as company, and some aren't. I know about 7 guys that are doing real well on trading, day trading. And I've been trying to get into day trading. If you guys don't know, day trading is stocks, forex, futures, and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get into that as well, because it looks pretty good. It looks interesting to me. So I'm trying to get into that. And at the same time, I'm trying to book loads for my guys. Uh, so it's been it's been crazy. Put it that way. It has been crazy. Let's see what you guys are saying. Victor Torres, what's up, Tocayo? I'm 29 years old. Just paid my truck, and now I'm selling it. God, see, that's not good. I did OTR for 8 years straight, and it's so bad I quit trucking, bro. That is not good, Victor. 2015 Freightliner Cascadia, 790K on the miles. 2009 Wabash, 53-footer dry. It's for sale in case you know anyone. I closed my DOT also, carnal. That is not good, Victor. That is not good. But yeah, I put it out there, Victor. Uh, but yeah, it's exactly what I was talking about right now. It's just it's crazy. Brokers are pushing a lot of owner operators into this. Uh, Victor's not the only one. I know plenty of guys that are doing this right now. Uh, I know a lot of guys that work for the rail down here in Southern California, and it's crazy because I drive up to the yard to one of the yards where we park, and they're sitting around just waiting for a phone call for them to get dispatched. And they could sit there in the truck for an hour, 2 hours, maybe three sometimes, and they might just get one load, or they might not get a load at all, which is it's not good. It is not good. So uh, as far as not taking cheap freight, I just, man, I feel bad. I feel bad for these guys that are just they're giving up on trucking, but it's just that's the way I keep preaching. I keep telling people is stop working for that one company, that one broker. Stop doing that. You have to work with numerous of companies, numerous of brokers in order for you to stay busy. You won't stay not busy if you do that. If you just work with one company, one broker, uh, two brokers, two companies, three brokers. I mean, you're not gonna make it right now. You gotta buy into one of these load boards and just build a rapport with everybody in the mothers that you can. Every broker on that load board if you can. Haul a load for these guys. And build a report. Know that when you're gonna call in, they see your number, they're gonna say, "Oh, okay, that's Victor. Okay, cool." So that's the way I see it right now. We are we are everywhere. Believe me. I got some guys doing this. I got other guys doing this, but I'm being I'm being open minded about working with everybody and their mothers. The only one that I still can work with, and for whatever reason they stopped calling me, which is pretty good, is TQL. That is the only one that I just don't want to deal with because they are such a mess. TQL, it is, I mean, it's messy over there. It is not good at all. Woods and Bike says, sounds like Verizon. I don't know what that means. Port King, ITS port is closing this month. What the hell, Port King? Why are they closing? What? I haven't heard of that. That is crazy, Port King. Talk to us, Port King. Why? What's going on? What have you heard? Andy Thomas, hey Vic, hope you're surviving with these crazy food prices. I'm trying to. I am trying to. Jerome Jones, what's going on, Jerome Jones? Big money. What's good in the neighborhood? Yeah, good question, Jerome Jones. It's still a struggle out here. It is still a struggle down here in Southern California. Believe me, it is crazy. J Boss Sood, I bought a truck and trailer at the worst time, Vic. It is not the worst time, J Boss Wood. It is not the worst time. Believe me, whatever money you are trying to make on a weekly basis, you just have to hustle right now. Right now, it's just look, the fuel prices are down, so your strategy should be let me make more money, but I'm gonna have to put in more hours. That's the strategy. Shorter loads and more hours. That's it. it it will work out. Believe me. You got to come up with a plan. J Boss would come up with the plan. Crunch your numbers. Look how much you're spending on fuel. Look how much you're getting these loads for, which is penny to the dollar. We all know that. But put in more hours, do less miles. The shorter miles that you can make, the better. Uh, if you're making say $1,500 running 200 miles, try to do the same kind of load doing, I don't know, 80 miles, something like that. But you have to come up with a plan in order to survive this wave of ugliness. DL, what's up? What's up? What's in bikes for Verizon customer service? Yeah, get people in India who, but yeah, exactly. What's in bikes? It's retarded. It is retarded. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then when I when I book loads with like with brokers that I've never dealt with before, uh, same thing. I call in the number and some foreigner answers, and you know they try to fix it, but it is just a mess trying to get a hold of them and try to communicate. That's been my issue, with stuff like that. Trucking in general is feast or yeah, it is. Yes, it is. What's in bikes? It's cheaper to do it that way. Yeah, I believe it. I believe you. I believe you. What's in bikes? It is cheaper to do it that way, but it doesn't help us. Like last week, what did I do? I think I did a load for RXO, also known as XPO, and it was a late load. Uh, and we had a little issue. We had a little issue. I think it had to do with the lumper fee. And I called it in, and I swear to you guys, I could not understand this guy. Uh, Finally, I asked him, "Look, can I speak to somebody else? I just don't understand you." He ended up putting me on hold for 47 minutes. Uh, Finally, somebody answered, and I just had to work with it, because first there was a female that answered, then it was a male, and this guy was the same way, and I just had to work with it because you know RXO, also known as XPO, doesn't like us carriers paying for the lumper fee. They want to pay the lumper fee. So I did my best, what I could. He finally understood me. The amount was just, it was just hard to communicate with this guy to finally understand the amount. I ended up asking him for his email about 17 times. He gave me his email. I forwarded him an email and I explained everything. Once he got the email, it was all fine and dandy. So, excuse me, they were able to send me the lumper fee code, and everything was taken care of after 2 hours. So, yeah, it's it's crazy. Pop Tart Gone Trucking. What's going on, Pop Tart? How you and your husband doing out there? I hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, guys. I mean, I can't tell you, stop taking cheap freight. A lot of people can tell you stop taking cheap freight, but I've seen the consequences of this market right now. Uh, some people can afford to say, I'm not going to take cheap freight. Some people can afford it. Some people just cannot afford it. They are on their last leg and they just can't afford it, which is not good. DL is cheaper for companies to outsource customer service. India is also a new hub for tech talent and medical professionals. It's not going to change. Yeah, yeah. Woods and bikes. Do you follow trucking together? Do you follow trucking together? No, I've never heard of them. Woods and bikes trucking together. Let me look them up. Trucking together. Let's see. Oops. Trucking Together. Another project. Huh. I might check them out, Woods and Bikes. That's pretty good. Thanks a lot. Okay. This couple. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen a few of their videos. Yeah, they work for Siva. Yeah, I like Siva. We've done a few loads with Siva. Yeah. I've seen their videos. Woods and Bikes. They're cool people. They're based out of North Cal. Yeah, they're cool people. Yeah, I've seen their videos. I've dropped some comments on their videos. T Trucker Trucking. Hey driver, my 2014 Cascada did not come with a fuel water separator. Do you think it's a good idea to put one on? I think it is. I do think it is. Depending on the engine that you have, if it's one of these, you know, what I call Sissy Lala engines, DD15, DD13s, yeah, I would. If it's a Series 60, forget about it. Series 60 is a beast. DD15, yeah, I would. I should have came one. Should have came with one. DD15s. They are they are delicate. Believe me, they are delicate. Sometime this week I have to put in what's it called, heater core on 2014 DD15 truck. I was driving it last week or the week before that, and I kept smelling coolant coming in through the vent. And so I called my mechanic, and my mechanic said, "It's the heater core. You got to swap that out." So I got to see which one is leaking and which one is not leaking, because there's two. There's one in the front, underneath the few boxes, the few box behind the glove compartment, and then there's one in the back where the cabin is, way on the bottom. So I got to see which one is leaking. The one in the back, I can go outside and look, to see if it's leaking from the hoses. The one in the front, sometimes it'll leak from the hoses in the front. Sometimes it'll just leak from from the heater core. So I got to swap that out sometime this week, if not this weekend, this coming weekend. So you guys watch out for that video. I'll make a video of that if I could. Uh, it's not hard. It's not hard. Uh, it's just if it's a brand new heater core, you're gonna have to cut the cut the little opening to it, because for whatever reason it comes glued on. So I gotta cut that off. But it's not hard. You're just gonna lose some coolant. That truck needs to get a coolant flush anyway, so I'll probably flush the whole coolant out and put some new coolant into it. Uh, get it ready for the winter time. This cold season's come is about to come, so we'll hook that up sometime this week or this weekend. But yeah, DD15, put a water separator. Them engines, they're pretty delicate. T Trucker Trucking. I'm in Florida, and I think uh, switching ton Series 16. Yeah, you should. You should. I mean, you're in Florida. You don't need this freaking crap. Yeah, get you a Series 60, man. Who, in your opinion, what's the best truck brand and engine? Love the vids. Pooh, I'm the wrong person to ask, because all I know is Freightliners. That's all I know. Uh, I've had I've had Series 60s. I had Cummins, ISX, and DD13s, DD15s. That's all I've had. My truck is a Freightliner. Why? Because I know it. You know, if if it's something. electrical. Of course, I don't know the computer, so I got to take somewhere to go get a computer put on. But it's if it's something like I'm driving and I smell cooling, it's something I know it's gonna be the heater core, something like that. So I know Freightliner, Cascadias. I know the engines. So that is my truck. So I could not, I cannot be fair to the rest of the trucks and say, this is the best truck, because I couldn't. But I'll tell you this much: for the work that we do, which is local work here in Southern California, a Cummins engine is not for me. A Cummins engine is too powerful and it sucks up fuel like crazy, And we are always stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. So that is not a good engine to do local work. Common engine is to go out there, OTR, to go out there. And, it's going to be years before it gives you uh, issues. Local work, DD13, DD15. Yeah, it's not the best fuel mileage, but that's the engine that can do the local work with no issues, I get again, you're not gonna get great gas mileage doing local work, but you'll get way better gas mileage than a Cummins engine. Believe me, because a Cummins engine is just powerful. It is a good engine. Don't get me wrong. It is a hell of an engine, but it's just not for stop and go. It's not for local work. Not for the stuff that we do. So yeah, I could not tell you what's the best truck out there. Pop Targon Trucking. My husband is having me a fireplace built. I'm excited. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's a good husband. T Trucker. Okay, thanks, driver. DL. What would you do if you were down to your last 30,000? Uh, I don't. I don't get the question. What do you mean? What would I do? Pop Targon Trucking. You know the part where you put the wood goes fire. The part is wide as a carvik, huge, but I don't like the smell of smoke, so it's electric flames. Good stuff, Pop Tart. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, and didn't own a truck or a house yet. What would I do with 30,000? I would invest the 30,000 in something. In something that's going to give me uh, monthly interest, weekly interest. If you can do daily interest, yeah, I'd do that. I would not put all my money into just one investment. I would probably break it up in three: 10,000 here, 10,000 here, and 10,000 here. And just maybe buy a trailer, a 53-foot trailer, and rent it out. Bu- 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 What else would be a good investment? Put in some dividends, but again, break it up in three. Put in some dividends. Um Third, let me see what else would I do. Uh, Maybe go out and get me a razor and rent that razor out, or a trailer and a razor and rent them things out. Bu- 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 just think of stuff that people want to do during the cold season and buy something like that and rent something out like that. Ski doos. Uh, let's see what else can you do with that money. 10 grand. Uh, Maybe. Hmm. But them are only two things. The third thing, maybe you can think of something. But that's probably what I would do. Invested in some dividends, 10 grand. The other 10 grand, buy me a trailer, 53-foot trailer, a dry van, and rent that out. or a reefer and rent that out. Uh, ba, ba, ba. And the third would probably, I would probably do what I'm trying to do is get into day trading. Pool. That's your understanding. Sounds good. I'm from LA and I'm about to become an owner operator very soon. Yeah, if you're in LA, Pool, and you're trying to become an owner operator, I'd recommend a Freightliner. A Freightliner, if you're gonna do local stuff, just LA, San Bernardino area, I wouldn't get me a conventional truck. I would not. A conventional truck is two beds. That's too much weight. You're doing local work. You want to get yourself a mid roof. A mid roof only has one bunk. It's a beautiful truck, uh, and you can't lose with that truck. You cannot lose with that truck. Everybody knows the truck. You can stop at any shop and they can fix that truck up. You know, there's some mechanics that know Volvos, some mechanics that know Cummins. So you get you a Freightliner, a DD15, a DD13. Uh, Everybody knows that engine. Everybody and their mothers knows that engine. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. But Big old Trans, Cubo Big. What's going on, Big old Trans? Pop Targon Trucking. Okay. Big old Trans. We bought the exact same make and model. They kept from the same dealership. Was Larry your salesman? No, Larry was not my salesman. Big old trucking. Who's my salesman over there? I bought a couple. What the Francisco. Francisco was my salesman. Yeah, Francisco was my salesman over there. DL. I lost money day trading about 4K last year. I do want to build my money back up and park it in dividend stocks. I'm waiting for the price of AT&T to drop so I can buy some. DL, I've been trying to find somebody that can teach me how to do some day trading. So if you know anybody, left my email right there. Send me an email, DL, because I mean the market's just like anything. It's a gamble. You're gonna lose, you're gonna win. But I've been studying it. Uh, Me and the wife been looking at videos, and trying to get the hang of it. But we are trying to get into that. We like that stuff. September 7th, 2023, the International Transportation Service (ITS) container uh, terminal at the port of Long Beach was shut down in October after losing its primary customer. What the hell, King? ITS. Which one is ITS? Is that Hanji? I think it is Hanji. God darn it. That is crazy. But I'm pretty sure somebody else will take over it, King. Uh, if it's Hanji, who's next to Hanji? Merce, APL, I think. Somebody will take over that port, believe me. It's just not going to sit there and do nothing. So it's not a big deal. Uh, X23, would you buy a ProStar Cummins ISX with 500K and 530 miles? They're going for 32,000 to 35,000. X23, listen to me and listen to me good, okay? Look, the Cummins engine, no problem. No freaking problem. Don't worry about the Cummins. That thing is a beast. It's a beautiful truck and it's gonna run. Uh, whatever you put on that trailer, that sucker's gonna pull it like nothing. The thing with internationals is their wiring, their whole mechanism of their truck build. Uh, And you can ask any mechanic. I'm not a certified mechanic, so just do me a favor, talk to a mechanic about what it is that they have to do in order to get to the clutch to something electrical on that truck. They have to break all kinds of crap up in that truck, in your dashboard, in order to get to their stuff. International trucks are not, they are not built, where you can just take one little panel off and boom, you have everything there. No. International trucks are a mission. So before you buy an international truck, do yourself a favor, speak to a certified mechanic, and ask them stuff like this, because international trucks are a mission. They're wiring everything about that truck. It is a mission to get to. Parts are, they're not as cheap as, well, not cheap, let me put it to you this way, as affordable as other makes. International parts are up there. They're not, I would not buy an international, put it that way. You are getting a good deal. That is a good deal. I mean, 530 on the miles, that's not bad. Uh, but I would not buy an international truck. The Cummins engine, can't complain about the Cummins engine. ISX, can't complain about it. Excuse me. But just the truck itself, international, it's just it's crazy. You got to break up a lot of stuff to get to that one issue, and then that issue becomes another issue to get to, because you got to get to this issue to get to another issue. It's just crazy. That truck is just built, uh, not even for certified mechanics, because they I've talked to a few mechanics that work with internationals, and it's all they do is complain about them trucks, because they are built. I mean, they hide everything. There's things on top of things, and things on other things. Which is crazy. So talk to your mechanic X23 about buying an international. I have a friend that has a restaurant in Rancho Cucamonga. It's called Almer's and Jasper's. Oh shucks. I didn't even know there was a restaurant called that. X23. It's 2017. Ooh, I hate Pro Stars. I drive them and I hate them. Laugh out loud. Always breaking down. Yeah, I don't mess with internationals. The Warrior Trading on YouTube, I can vouch for him or anyone else, but you can watch his videos and see if you learn something. But I haven't taken any courses, so I can't suggest anyone or vouch for anyone. Thanks a lot, Dia. Yeah, I've been watching Trader Evolve. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and then there's I don't know if he's Chinese or Japanese dude. He's got some pretty good stuff. Pork King says K-Line. K-Line. Oh, okay. K-Line is shutting down, so I don't know. Maybe Costco will take over it. Pork King. I like K-Line too. The only one I hate is Hanji. Can't stand Hanji. Can't stand Hanji. Evergreen's my favorite one. APL, MERS, K-Line's good. Costco's good to me. Uh, and the other little one, uh, there's two more that I really do like. Right when you get off the freeway, the one that's right there, and then the one that's down the street. But Hanji, God, I used to dread going into Hanji. But anyways, yeah, K-Line, that's crazy. Uh, yeah, no problem. X23 DL. Okay, T Trucker Trucking. What do you think about the fast or air dog water separator? I don't know anything about it. Pop Targon Trucking, Max Forces Vic. You looking for one? I hear they are topping. No, no. No, I'm not looking for no Max Force. No. Pool so big. How many miles is too many for a Cascadia in your opinion, bro? Because I see people selling Cascadias for 20K and 30K with 900 miles. Well, Pool, the thing is this, if you're gonna buy a truck that has that many miles, you want to ask for paperwork as far as maintenance. Have they done the metals on the bottom of the engine and the oil pump? Have they done the top of the engine? The injectors and all that stuff. Uh, if they've done both, you still have maybe, I don't know, another 900 miles to run that truck if they've done them both. But if they haven't done both, yeah, don't touch that truck. I try to buy, when I buy my trucks, I buy used trucks. I don't buy new trucks. I try to buy my trucks under 500,000 miles because at 500,000, I'm doing the bottom of the engine and then I'm doing the oil pump on that thing for whatever reason. That's just my thing. And I always can tell the difference on the truck, the way it runs, uh, the fuel. It saves a lot of fuel once I do that. Uh, so, yeah, if you're going to buy a truck with that many miles, anywhere above 500, I think you should ask for paperwork maintenance to see if they've done the bottom of the engine and the top of the engine. If they haven't, I would not buy that truck. Poor King, K-Line is moving the stuff over to WBCT. Oh, shucks. WBCT, isn't that Hanji? I keep going to Hanji. I don't know why. I hate that place, but yeah. Pop Targon Trucking, Almers and Jasper is owned Smoking and Grill with AB. You see AB? I do not see AB. Avina, hey Big, what do you think about a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia day cab with 379 miles for 4250? Is it good deal? It is a good deal, Avina. It is a good deal, but I would negotiate that price down. That is a good deal. That is a good deal. But I would negotiate that price down. I'd tell them 40,000. 40,000 flat. That's what I would tell them. I would negotiate to a 40, but it's a good deal. 379. Uh, Depending on where you live, you add another maybe 9,000 of taxes and registration. So you're looking at maybe 50,000. 50,000. That truck's gonna come out to 50,000. Avina. So yeah, I would try to negotiate to 40. Negotiate, bro. Negotiate. That is, I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah, no problem, Pooh. DL Smoking and Grilling with AB is a YouTube channel, right? Woods and Bikes. That's a good. He's just fantastic. Okay, Pop Targon Trucking. Max Force is international worst engine ever. That means run. And I didn't mean to ask you. You see an AB by my phone. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, Pop Tart is also co-signing with me that internationals are not a very good truck. Not a very good truck to buy, guys. So I'm not trying to promote for Freightliner, but that's just what I know. Freightliner is the engine I know. I've been running Freightliners for as long as I can remember. I did start off with a Peterbilt, uh, but it was just one, and that was it. But the rest of the time, it's just been Freightliners. So that's what I know. So that's all I can recommend. Uh, Not trying to say every other make ain't worth two dead flies because I don't buy them other makes. But international, I do know that in order to work on them, if something goes wrong with them, it's just going to be a mission. And if it's going to be a mission, guess what? You're going to come out of pocket for that mission. So I don't think anybody wants to do that. DL, does the Max Force truck come with a free record to tow around La Pala? Oh, shucks. Um, but, whoa. But yeah, guys, back to the freight. Forget about international. Back to the freight. It is hard right now, and again, you guys just keep grinding. I know it's easier said than done, but if you are, like, say, for instance, down here in Southern California, get in the port, man. Get in the port. Right now, they have a bunch of containers doing short hauls, from the Port of Commerce to the LA area, Get in the port and do some short runs, Don't do long hauls right now. Change your strategy. If the fuel is high and they're not paying on the freight, your strategy should be, okay, I'm gonna do less miles, longer hours. Excuse me. That's my strategy, so guys, do what you got to do right now to stay afloat. I got one truck that I'm using as a spare for everybody. I would love to put a driver in there, but I'd rather keep it as a spare because you never know. My guys, they can run out of fuel, they can get a flat tire, anything can happen. So I'm keeping that truck as a spare right now because I just want to stay on my toes. I don't need anybody to miss any of the loads that we are booking, and I don't want to give back no loads because that it does makes us look bad, uh, running, booking a load and then returning the load, canceling the load. It does make you look bad. So keep that in mind, guys. You don't want to have a record of a carrier that cannot uh, cannot run these loads after they book them. And then one more thing I want to mention out there. If you run with Amazon, think about double brokering them loads. Uh, it is not a good thing. It is not a good thing to be doing that. All right. I'm gonna tell you guys the consequences of double brokering loads. If they catch you double brokering, they are gonna put that on your FMCSA record. So every time you try to book a load, brokers can go into that and see what other brokers have left as far as you running their loads. If Amazon Relay drops that on your record, it's going to be pretty hard for you to get free from anybody else. Okay. I had an owner operator that called me up and asked me that question. I guess he's got a friend that works with Amazon, and he grabbed the load and he gave it to somebody else. Amazon caught his behind. You don't want to do stuff like that. I know you guys are desperate out there, but right now, guys, you do not want to do stuff like that. You're only putting yourself out of business that way. Don't do that, guys. Do not do that. Amazon has a lot of pull in the trucking industry. Last thing you want to do is do stuff like that with one of the big dogs in the trucking industry. You don't want to do that, guys. So keep that in mind. Let's see where we at. Pop Tart gone trucking. Okay. Max Force should be paid for. Oh, okay. They're talking to each other. So, anywho, guys, ladies, Pop Tart and her husband. If you guys haven't seen Pop Tart gone trucking, go check out her channel. Great channel. Her and her husband are out there trucking. Go check them out. Good people. But with that, I'll leave you guys to it. If you guys are out there driving, drive safe, be safe, and we'll see you guys at our next video.